Welcome, everybody. I'm super excited that you're here today. Let's get started. We're just checking a few things and we will get started. Okay. Just checking. Yeah. Um, Soumya and Laurie, can you see if it's getting streamed in the Facebook group? I did set it up, but I'm just checking if it is there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Super excited. Today is day one. We've broken it up into 3 days, and you're going to learn a lot of things from these 3 days. It's pretty exhaustive, and also I mean, any questions? Please put them in the chat, and we will address them. Okay. We see the video, but cannot see an option once you click on mute. Sorry, I don't know what that is, but we will figure out. Okay. Okay, so let's just get started. I hope you can see my screen. I'm just going to start presenting. Any questions, please put them in the chat and I will address them. Okay, so thank you, Laurie. Unfortunately, somehow the Facebook Live is not kind of working, but we will get started. We don't want to waste any more time. Okay, so let's get started. Uh, okay, so today we're going to learn about the pathways to the medical education. We're going to explore the different options for a career in medicine. Okay, so this is the breakdown. On day one, which is today, you're going to see the overview of different medical pathways. You're going to have the homework here and everything. And then the second day is we're going to dig deep into the key attributes or key characteristics for a BSMD program. Okay, and also on day three, it's all about the BSMD applications. You need to be aware of how this works. It doesn't matter which grade your child is. So this is how extensive it's going to be: day one, day two, day three, and yeah. So it'll be very extensive. Okay, so let me get started. A bit about me. I'm an immigrant. I studied in India. I was frustrated with the lack of clarity in the college admission process, and I made it my mission to demystify it. Okay, and yeah, I'm a Tony Robbins life coach, certified life coach. I'm a positive psychology coach. I'm also an executive functioning skills coach, which is the prefrontal cortex of the brain. I'm a meditation instructor, and I did my college counseling from UC Berkeley. All our wonderful counselors are all trained in the UC Berkeley way of counseling. Okay. And this is my family. My husband, I graduated from Tier 2 Ivy from India, REC Calicut, which is NIT Calicut. My husband graduated from Harvard Extension School. I'm not updated this. My older son graduated from Georgia Tech. And my younger one is a senior now. I need to update this. Okay. So our mission is to simplify the college admission process, and that's why we've created a Facebook group. Please join our Facebook group. We have over 10,000 people there, and you can post all your information there. We share a lot of information, so please join our group and invite your friends. There's a lot of content that you would find there on a daily basis. Okay. And mindset building, it's something that's very, very important that I want to deal with is like it's very important to have a very good mindset, parent mindset, so that we can mentor and guide our children without being too negative or too critical. Okay, so building a success mindset is all that it takes for success. It's like, please overcome doubts about your child's ability. They're not going to be perfect. I mean, it's not like out of every parameter that's there, your child. It's not like they're going to have everything that is there. And navigating through the what ifs and the worst case scenario, please stop doing that and embrace like pure energy and encourage your child to channel their energy into passion driven activities. Okay, and be your child's advocate and motivate them. My youngest son recently was on television. He was on the Fox 29 morning news to share his passion for suicide prevention. Okay, if I had said, oh my god, this is not a good activity, or why are you wasting your time on it, my son wouldn't have been there, right? So whatever it is, small or big, if they're passionate about something, please encourage them. Okay, don't just look at it as the worst case scenario. Okay, enough about that. We have a lot of freebies, and also we reward you for finishing the homework and everything. You have to show up for all 3 days, and of course we will share a lot of things. Okay, so who is this program for? If you want to skyrocket your child's success, you want to create an unbelievable profile for BSMD, you're in the right place. You want to outplay competition, you are in the right place. And last but not the least, if you want to fuel your child's learning, then this is the place for you. Okay. Okay, so the agenda for today is what are the different medical paths, the traditional path, the early assurance program, the BSMD, and the BSDO. Okay. And our programs are not for you if you're looking for shortcuts. You're very hardworking, but you feel like your child does not need to put that kind of hard work or effort. And if you believe that minimal effort will lead overnight success, this program is not for you. And you also expect grades alone to land your child in BSMD program. That's not it. Okay, and if you're searching for a deal and not quality, then this is not the place for you either. Okay, so with that sorted out, our success. Our students have gotten into Stanford, Johns Hopkins, Berkeley, Cornell, Georgia Tech, everywhere, Purdue, everywhere they've gotten into different places. And the BSMD acceptance, basically, they've gotten into Harvard Pre-Med, St. Louis HU program, Texas NMed, Augusta, St. Bonaventure, Hofstra, just about any BSMD college that you can think about, my students have gotten in. Okay, so are you ready to explore the different options for the medical career? There are a lot, and we will go over it one by one. Okay. So, about the medical programs, what are the different paths that are there? Of course, there's a traditional path where students do 4 years of undergrad, followed by MCAT, and then they submit the medical application for interviews and gaining admission into the medical school. It is AMCAAS where they have to submit their medical application. So, the requirements for applying for the med school is a specific major is not required. There's no pre-med major or anything. Students can take biological sciences, biochemistry, biomed, computer science, just about anything, but they need to make sure that the student needs to complete the pre-medical courses, which is like organic chemistry, biology, and a list of them. Then they need MCAT scores and letters of recommendation. So this is how you apply to a medical school through the traditional route. Any questions, please put them in the chat. For extracurricular activities, you need like clinical exposure, research, leadership, community service. All these are required. Okay, and then in terms of essays, they need like a personal statement, school specific essays or like supplemental essays. Then they need resume, They need admission interviews and everything. So this is the traditional path, which they use the AMCAS, CAS, which is the centralized application service to apply to colleges. This is the traditional route. Okay. MCAT scores, they need an MCAT score between 472 to 528. Okay, it's like four sections are there. There is biological and biochemical, there's chemical and physical foundation, psychological, there's critical analysis and reasoning skills. All that is included as part of MCAT. Okay. And the typical MCAT score is this. The top tier medical schools need 517 to 520. The mid tier, they need about 508 to 517. The lower tier schools, they need about 500 to 508. Okay, so these are the MCAT scores that are needed to get into a med school. Okay, so recap of the traditional process. Basically, if you want to take a snapshot of this, please do, because it's going to come back again in a different way. If you're multitasking, please come back. So in order to get into a medical school after pre-med, after the undergrad, a student needs to have GPA, letters of recommendation, research, clinical experience, and essays. Okay. And any questions about it, please put them in the chat. That's a very, very important slide that I discussed, the requirements for the med school. And guess what? It'll come back again, because the BSMD requirement is similar to that, except that you need those requirements in the high school itself. Okay, so early assurance program, this is in between the traditional and the BSMD, where basically after the sophomore year, students are able to apply to the medical school after 2 years. Basically, I like this program because it tests waters, right? If your student is not, if they kind of feel like they need some more time to decide whether they want to become a doctor or anything, the early assurance program is extremely good. Okay, the selection criteria for the early assurance is, again, academic performance, MCAT, extracurricular activities, and interviews. Okay, so the advantages of the early assurance program is they get 2 extra years to figure out whether they want to be a doctor or not, right? So that's super important. Then the third one is the one what most people are interested in, which is the combined medical program, right? So this allows both the BS, is doing an undergrad in BS or BA, followed by the MD program, which is like 4 years. So you complete 4 years of your undergrad and then 4 years of your med school. Okay, so it's a combined process where you get admission once. You don't need to go through applying again to the med schools after your undergrad. Okay, so it's assured that you've gotten in, but there may be some caveats, but essentially that's what it means. Okay, it's called the direct medical program that allows students to get a bachelor's followed by the MD program without a separate admission process. Okay, and how hard is it to get into the BSMD program? Notoriously low. It's typically 1 to 5% acceptance rate for the BSMD program. Okay, and the academic requirements, if you're multitasking, please come back, because this is a very, very important segment that I'm going to tell you about, which is what are the requirements for the BSMD program. Of course, they need a very, very high GPA, 3.5 to 4 on a 4 unweighted scale. SAT, ACT is mandatory. It's not optional when it comes to BSMD. And then they're looking for AP courses in biology, chemistry, physics, calculus, and other programs. Okay. Then the extracurricular requirements, they're looking for wow factors in extracurricular activity. They're looking for clinical exposure. Okay, they're looking for research. They're looking for leadership and service. Okay, so these are very, very important extracurricular activities that are needed. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to dig deeper into each and every one of them, but at a high level, these are the most important the extracurricular activities that are needed for a BSMD program. Okay, and application components. Basically, they need a personal statement or an essay um, uh, as to why a student wants to pursue a career in medicine or become a doctor. Okay, and also letters of recommendation is very, very important. We map out everything in our BSMD counseling, where we know certain colleges they need additional letters of recommendation apart from the undergrad letters of recommendation. Also, interviews are very important. They're called the mini medical interview. And also, basically, some of the schools need Casper, which is also a psychological test. If you're applying to Drexel BSMD program or Hofstra BSMD program, they expect students to submit their Casper test. We prepare our students to clear the Casper test as well. Okay, so any questions about the complete BSMD application, please put them in the chat and I'll address them. Okay, the competitive edge. Okay, so what is the unique quality that they're looking for, right? So if the acceptance rate is between 1 to 5%, then they're expecting students also to be 1 to 5%, right? So basically, students who bring unique qualities are who have spent significant amount of time in like medical shadowing, or have done research, or have done a lot of community service for the underserved population, right? Whether they've served like senior citizens or anything, that is what they are looking for in a profile. So these are the unique qualities that a student needs to absolutely um, uh, have in them before they do anything. Okay. Next is the academic rigor. Their academic rigor has to be very, very high, because the BSMD program is very, very rigorous, right? Because they're going to give you acceptance into the med school. So they want students who can like survive that their program. They spend a lot of money in creating their program. So they want to make sure that students who join the program can put up with the rigor. Okay. Next is any questions so far about, let me just stop sharing. Any questions so far about the BSMD program? Please put them in the chat, because we're going to go into the BSDO. Any questions about the BSMD program? Please put them in the chat, because we're going to segue into the BSDO program, which is pretty amazing. I have had a lot of students who apply to the BSDO program and are immensely successful. Okay. Any questions so far about the BSDO, MD? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let me just continue with my presentation and okay. So next we're going to switch to the BSDO, which is like MD. DO is another field. Okay, the DO program is a different medical field altogether. It requires training in osteopathic manipulative treatment, which is pretty different than the traditional medical program, which is allopathy. Right, so it's more spine focused and everything, and it's a very up and coming field. I know a lot of students who are in the DO program. Okay, about 60% of the DO physicians they practice in family care, like primary care, like family medicine, internal medicine, and OBGYN, pediatrics. So yes, there are many DO physicians who come back and practice in the mainstream programs. Okay, so the main difference between MD and allopathy is MD is medical, is like the modern medicine or allopathy. DO is osteopathic medicine. They use the osteopathic manipulative treatment. So that's what it is. Okay. Next is the accreditation. The MD program is accredited to ACGME, which is ACGME. I'm sorry, and the DO program is accredited to American Osteopathic Association. Okay, so the question is, how do you beat the competition? Anyone has any idea as to how to beat the competition? Anyone wants to share their thoughts? Anyone? How do you beat the competition? Anyone? Any ideas? Okay, let me just continue with my presentation. I'll share that. Okay, okay, great. Okay, so basically, you create a plan to differentiate from others, of course. You create a plan from that, and that's where we offer unique solutions. We offer a research program. Research is one of the main components of the BSMD, and that's where we have. Our research program is unique because students spend time with the research experts, deep learning with the research expert, and they write and revise with a creative writer for 10 to 12 weeks, and we help them uh, submit the research paper in journals. They write a 4,000 word research paper that they can use to submit for acceptance into the journals. We offer different biomed field research. We offer cancer, neuroscience, infectious disease, and nanoscience, like reproductive organs, genomics, genetics, everything we offer for high school students. Okay, so we will share a brochure and everything. Our cancer research is conducted by this professor who is an expert in cancer biology from Wayne State University. Our disease modeling or infectious diseases is conducted by a full professor from Bethel University. She's a full professor in biology. We have our nanoscience, who's from Arizona State University. We have neuroscience. He's from University of Southern California. So students get to work with real professors and put their names in their application. And this is Dr. She works in UMD. She's an AI expert. We have Dr. Lee, who is an expert in genetics and genomics. We have this professor who teaches reproductive organs. Okay, and then we have creative writers who help students write their research paper. We also offer BSMD counseling for high school. So we have a 10-week program where every session, every week or every session, we teach them one component to build their profile, like how to build honors and awards, how to be a competitive candidate, how to create the wow factor in extracurricular activity, how to apply for internships and shadowing, like how to create the cover letter and resume, how to build the passion project. That's very, very important. We teach them how to create the passion project, which is very, very integral part of the BSMD program. Okay. And yeah, so this is the detailed lesson plan of our BSMD counseling. The first session is about the medical career. The second session is on course planning. All 4 years, we map for all 4 years. We teach them the different test strategy, SAT, ACT. We teach them profile presentation, which is the resume and the cover letter. We teach them how to create the wow factor. It's nothing theoretical. We literally make them create those activities and enroll from them. We teach them how to get volunteering and shadowing, develop a passion project, like they can start a club and advocacy or anything. Then there is honors and awards that we help them build, the career roadmap, and then they create a final project for the BSMD counseling. It's a rather unique program. You don't find a lot of people who help with the BSMD profile building, and that's what is our specialty. Okay, so how do you register? You can register on giftedgabber.com. We also offer BSMD counseling for seniors during seniors who are applying in this fall 2024. Our counseling is full swing, writing essays, selecting the college list, resume, everything we help build. Okay. And so what's included in the counseling program? Pretty much everything that's needed for building an exceptional application is what we teach them. Okay. And the three-step process, which you're going to learn in a lot of detail tomorrow, there is the Common App. And the Common App is for the undergrad application. Then there is an MD application that the students have to apply after they get accepted. And then there's a mini medical interview. So we help seniors prepare for all these three processes who are applying in the fall of 2024. Okay. And so the counseling package includes 5 BSMD and 2 BSDO colleges. We help them with the BSMD application, essays, resume building, and everything. Okay. So the benefits of joining us, it's a very structured program. There's accountability in every step. There's expert guidance in every aspect of the college application. We provide brainstorming exercises and templates. It's like we don't throw the prompt at them. We literally teach them how to write each and every prompt. Okay. And okay, so any questions so far before I announce the homework? Yes, we do have homework, and we reward people and students for finishing their homework. Okay. So the day one homework is, why do you want to become a doctor? And which pathway do you desire to pursue, right? Which is the pathway? Is it the traditional pathway? Is it the early acceptance? Is it the BSMD? What is it that you would like to pursue, and why do you want to become a doctor? That is precisely the MD essay that every student has to write when they want to get into the college. So that is your homework for today. Okay. And so yes, we have this whole brochure, and to access the recording, you can go here. You will have unlimited access to the recording. I'm just going to post it here. All the recordings are available there. You don't need, it's lifetime access that you get. Okay. And then today's winner who submits the homework all 3 days, but we get to pick the winner, will get our on-demand course on how to build honors and awards for BSMD program. Yes, honors and awards leadership is very, very important. And you have 5 opportunities in the Common App to put your honors and awards, and that's what we are going to show in this thing. And you can win that by submitting your homework. Okay, so now for questions. Okay, so let me just get started. Okay, I'll stop sharing the screen. Okay, so any questions, please put them. I'm just going to start from the beginning and see what the questions are. Wonderful. I see so many students, a lot of people there. Okay. So how long is the session? Typically, the presentation is about 30 minutes. And then we have a very elongated BSMD, I'm sorry, the Q&A, so that we can answer all your questions. So typically it runs from 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. So that's good. Any questions, please put them in the chat. Okay, so basically for the replay, you can have unlimited access to the replay. We have created a learning management portal, so you can order there. You will have access to everything, including the case study of a student, of the successful student, like how we built their profile, and everything will be available there. Okay. Dia, the question from Dia is, will you share the presentation? You can access everything from our replay page. Okay. So how does the interview process work? So wonderful. So the first process is submitting the undergrad application. The second is getting selected into the BSMD program. And once you're selected into the BSMD program, then you'll be invited to an interview process, which is called a mini medical interview. It's either one admission officer who interviews, or it's a panel that interviews there. Right? So they will ask you a lot of situational questions. We help our students prepare by basically like teaching them how to like create that elevator pitch, right? Tell me about yourself, right? So you don't want to like, I am, no, we teach them, we give them an elevator pitch that's very organic to them to what they have done and everything. Then we help them create the resume and prepare them for the situational questions that are asked in the interview. There is like ethical questions, and there is like a lot of questions that come in, and we prepare them for the interview process. So mini medical interview is what happens during the December and January. Okay, great questions. Could you post universities that offer BSMD program? I will most certainly share that. You can go and put your information in there, and it'll give you the complete list of BSMD, BSDO programs. I'm just going to share that right here. Okay, so uh, Linabeth Montemayor, I just put the link in the chat. You can go and access that. If you just plug in your details, you will get all the BSMD BSDO program. Okay, thank you for asking. Okay, what is there a chance that a student can get a full ride at the BMD? Absolutely. Thank you for asking, Lakshmi. A student got full tuition into the South Alabama program. Yes, full tuition. It is possible. It's again based on the profile, right? How attractive are you? Are you in the top 1%? What is your academics? What is your test score? Do you have wow factor in the extracurricular activities? What have you done for the community? Do you have research? Okay, so all that needs to be showcased for students to get a full tuition, and it's completely possible. Okay, so there's a difference between full ride and full tuition. Full ride is your living expenses, food, everything is covered. Okay, which is very, very rare. Most colleges don't do that. Full tuition is your tuition is covered, but your living expenses, dorm, and food and everything is something that you need to bear. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how much scholarships my students win for the BSMD and BAMD program. Okay, great question. Dia Nayak, please check out our recordings and you will see it there. Okay, Sheikh Grouse said grinding. Yes, grinding is important, but you also need to have a proper strategy to build your profile. Okay, it's very nice to see that you're very hardworking. Okay, so the question is, should a student be a citizen to apply BSMD? What about permanent residence? Yes, there are different colleges that have different requirements. There are colleges that encourage students who are on a dependent visa. There are colleges that say green card is perfectly fine. There are some colleges that say that, oh, it only has to be a citizen. So we particularly build colleges based on students' visa status, right? Yes. Okay, can you bring your own research idea area to this and get aligned to your program? Fantastic. We love that, Sheikh. We love that. If you have a program, if you have a passion or an interest or an idea in a certain thing, please look up the programs that we have. Okay, so we have neuroscience, neurodegenerative diseases, we have cancer research, we have disease modeling, we have nanoscience, we have genetics, and we have reproductive. So any one of them is perfectly fine, and you will be working directly with professors, right, who will coach and mentor you into digging deep into that specific topic, writing a research paper, and we help you submit for publishing as well. So yes, you're very welcome. Okay, is sports important for BSMD? If it's time consumingly, leaving not too much time for other anything, it has to align with the students' passion. If they are passionate about sports, yes, they know that sports is time consuming. They know that a student, it's like consistency, right? They want to see a student who has pursued an activity for a longer amount of time, right? So that's what is very, very important. You cannot have something that is like very short term. It can be a very exceptional activity, but if you spend 2 weeks on it, that's not enough, right? So that's what they're looking for: persistence, consistency in the activities. Okay, great questions. Okay, so the question is 12-week research program during summer, what if we are not local? So we just finished our summer program, we are in fall. Okay, so the thing is, our research program is based on the professor availability. It's all online. We don't have we are a virtual company, and all these professors are in different locations. University of Southern California is in LA. Professor Wayne State University, he's not local. Bethel University, she is in Tennessee, and our nanoscience is in Arizona State University. So as a result, it's all virtual. Okay. So what is the minimum high school grade to be admitted to the 10-week course? Linabeth, we do not splice and dice, or we are a very inclusive company. We do not look at students' GPA or grade to join our program. Everybody is welcome. Okay. They just need to like go through our program, meet the deliverables, and finish writing the research paper. That is our requirement. We do not judge students. There's no entrance test or anything to join our research program. Great. Okay, where do we submit our homework? You can submit on our Facebook. If you've joined our WhatsApp group, that's all right as well. And yeah, Samya or Laurie, can you please share where they can submit their homework? Okay. Any of the channels you can use to submit your homework. Okay. Okay, the question Leo is asking is, how intensive is the BSMD program compared to the regular undergrad and medical program? It's pretty intensive. Great question. So in the undergrad, you haven't picked a major or anything, right? You can do your undergrad in any field that is there. But in the BSMD program, you're locked. Your undergrad is kind of accelerated. A lot of students try to finish their undergrad within 3 years. You're going to save a lot of tuition in that, right? If you have enough APs, you can like transfer it over and shave off 1 whole year. And your whole undergrad is geared towards getting into the MD program, right? So it is pretty intense. They have their own curriculum that they build. They have their own lab, and they have their own professors and everything. So it is pretty intense. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so how to apply for this program? Our programs are available online. Our research programs are available online. Is that what you're asking, Anita? How to apply for this program? If it's for the BSMD program, I will be showing you in the next 2 days how to apply for it. Okay, so typically what grade do you start guiding students and how long? So we start in the 9th grade, right? Because it's a high school activity, we start in the 9th grade, and typically our counseling program runs for 10 weeks. That's all you need. If you're not a senior, you only need 10 weeks to create a profile. We give you the complete roadmap and the blueprint as to how to build it. Got it? And then we have regular touch points and everything that we're going to start, which the student can come and do. So I'm just going to share with you our BSMD program, our BSMD counseling program. Basically, I'm just going to share this. So you can find everything on giftedgabber.com. If you go to the courses, you'll see all our research program is here. And then our BSMD counseling program is right here. You will be able to see all the details, the start date, the end date, what is included in the program. Okay, so what is it? Session by session, you will be able to get all the details about what we will be including in our program. Okay, and you will see all the pricing. Everything is online. You can get that. And also, if you're interested in any of the research programs, you can enroll here. Okay, you want to enroll into the neuroscience, you can enroll it here. Our courses get full very, very quickly. So we recommend that you enroll as soon as possible. Okay, so all the details are available online. Okay, if it's neuroscience, if it's cancer. Okay, so all the dates are available here for the cancer program and everything. Okay, I hope that was your question. Okay, great. Okay. Also, are the BSMD 10-week workshop available in recorded format per student to refer during their application journey? We do give you a lifetime access to our recordings. Yes, great question, Tanmay. That's included as well. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. The question is the research online? Will it be available to do hands on? Unfortunately, we don't have a hands on lab that we offer. Since students are minors, we are not allowed to offer them any of the lab support, so we don't offer that. Great question. Okay, would you recommend to join the program as a freshman in high school? Absolutely. Infectious diseases is the number one program. Dr. Kate helps a lot with the program. That's like the basic foundational program that will help with AP biology and AP chemistry. Okay, excellent. Yes. Okay, and the question is, will the homework be graded or given feedback? Yeah, it's like we want students to write as to why they want to be a doctor. So yes, please submit it. Yeah. So Anita, the cost of the program, everything is on the website. It's 2,500 for the basic research. Everything is available. All the details are available on the website. Okay. So the question is, do colleges look at courses a student is limited to? For instance, what if a transferee is not eligible to take most advanced courses as it's mostly available to students who have been in the district since medical school? Do colleges take this into account? Great question, Fauza Sheikh. Yes. So what happens is the counselor submits a school report. So in that school report, they will mention about what is it that the students profile is and everything. Okay, so you can mention that in the additional information section when you're submitting to colleges that you were not allowed to take that. So it's good to inform them. And also you should ask your school as to why they're discriminating. Why is it that only a student who's been there from middle school is only eligible to take advanced courses? Why not a transferee? What is the basis of it? Is it merit based? Is it for grades? Is it what? So yes, even when my older son was studying in our school district, he was a gifted student. So we had to go and ask the counselor as to replace the gifted program with AP courses, right? So that's something that you need to ask your counselor and see if your student's previous profile can be considered for it, right? Yeah, but typically what happens is yeah, the counselor will give you will give a school report which will have all the details about the school, but I'm not very sure if this finer details will be available in that. Okay, so our fall research program and counseling programs are all here for enrollment. You can get in there, and you can see here our complete list of lineup that is there, and enroll. Okay, so you will be able to see all our programs here in the home. When you go here, you will be able to see our programs here. It's all there. You can enroll in our neuroscience gets filled up very quickly. So yeah, you can go in there and book your seat there. Okay, any other questions? If not, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Any other questions? No? Okay. Okay, so great. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Linabeth, we just finished summer, so we are in fall. So of course we allow that. And also I want to tell you that research is something that it takes time. The publishing of the research paper takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So it's good to start early and not put it off till summer, right? Yeah. So basically, you can submit your homework on the Facebook group or on our Instagram channel or WhatsApp. Is there a WhatsApp, Samya? Do you want to share the WhatsApp link if it is there that they can submit? Okay. Okay. A student who works on building a good BSMD profile will also develop a strong traditional undergrad application, since a lot of differentiating factor is similar, correct? Yes, Tanmay. So basically, what happens is preparing your profile for BSMD is like scaling the Mount Everest, right? So reaching the base camp is the pre-med, right? So of course, when you are aiming high to build a BSMD program, you are building your pre-med undergrad profile. It's a given. Yeah, it's better to aim high. So of course, your pre-med profile is going to look exceptional. You're going to get a lot of scholarships, right? Yes. Do you offer? We do have a business research program. We do have a social media internship program that started. We offer a social media mastermind internship program that already started in summer. Okay. Okay. So, what are the options who wants to start BSMD but later decides not to pursue? Nothing. They can just rescind and continue as an undergrad. There is no penalty for that or anything. They can get into the regular. They'll get a BS degree in whatever major that they're picking. So there's no repercussions. Okay. Yes. So yeah, please submit your homework in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined, please join. Our day one homework, you can submit it there. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Laurie. Yeah. Any other questions? If not, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very important class because you're going to learn all about how to build a profile. We're going to get into that options as to what are the parameters, the important parameters. Okay. So, Anita, all the details are there on our website, giftedgabber.com. You can check there. All the information is there. You will find all the information in there on our website. Okay. I'll see you then. Bye now.